Turn around, hands behind your back. The officer's voice cut through the park like a gunshot. Families stopped mid-picnic. Joggers froze mid-stride, all eyes locked on a sharply dressed black man in a navy suit who hadn't done anything, except walk while confident. The man didn't resist. He didn't argue. He slowly raised his hands, a calm expression on his face. But his silence only seemed to irritate the cop further. You hear me or what? The officer barked again, already snapping the cuffs on tight, bruising his wrist. The suited man's jaw clenched, but he didn't say a word. A child nearby asked, "Mommy, what did that man do?" The mother looked away, embarrassed, whispering, "Nothing, sweetheart, just keep walking." The officer yanked the man's arm. "You match the description. A black male, blue suit, acting suspicious." His voice oozed certainty, like the badge gave him permission to ignore every right, every truth. The man had been walking to a coffee meeting, 1 block from FBI headquarters. He had done nothing. And yet, this officer had seen color before credentials. As the man was shoved toward the squad car, the crowd began murmuring. Some pulled out phones. A few started recording. Still, the man remained silent. Until the officer reached for his inside pocket, where his wallet was. "Don't touch that," the man finally said, calm but firm. "It's classified." The officer scoffed. "Classified? You some kind of spy now?" He yanked open the jacket, reaching in, and that's when he froze. In his hand was a leather badge holder, embossed with gold. It read, "Federal Bureau of Investigation, Special Agent Marcus Hale." The officer's face drained of color. His grip loosened. The crowd watching started buzzing. "Wait, did he say FBI?" someone whispered. "Oh my God." Agent Hale turned slowly, hands still cuffed. "Are you done profiling, officer?" he said, his voice suddenly carrying weight, not anger, not revenge, just truth. Cold, undeniable truth. The officer stuttered. I didn't know. You matched a description." "No," Hale cut in. "I matched your assumption, and now the whole park knows it." People were filming now. Dozens of phones were raised. And still, Hale didn't raise his voice. He didn't make a scene. He simply turned, extended his hands, and said, "Take these off, now." The officer fumbled with the key, dropping it twice. His hands were shaking. When the cuffs finally came off, Hale rubbed his wrists and looked him dead in the eye. "You just unlawfully detained a federal agent. On camera, without cause. I suggest you get your supervisor here, immediately." The cop stepped back, red-faced and sweating. "Look, man, I didn't mean anything by it." "You didn't mean to get caught," Hale said calmly, "but you did." What the cop, and the entire crowd, didn't know was that Marcus Hale had grown up in neighborhoods where sirens replaced lullabies. He knew what it meant to be followed in stores, to be stopped for fitting a description, and that's why he became an agent. Not for power, but for accountability. As more officers arrived, including the supervising sergeant, the tone shifted. Fast, apologies were offered. Excuses made. It was a misunderstanding, they said, just protocol. But Hale wasn't interested in their damage control. He pulled out his phone and dialed a number. "Yeah, Agent Hale, I've got a field situation. Officer misconduct. Body cams and bystander footage available. I'll be filing a report." The crowd around him, they erupted in applause. One man yelled, "Hold him accountable, Agent." Another woman clapped through tears. Finally, someone who doesn't just walk away. The officer who cuffed him stood frozen, no longer the predator. Now the exposed. Hale finally looked at him one last time. "You didn't just embarrass yourself. You embarrassed the badge you wear, and if you're lucky, this moment will teach you more than any training ever could." And with that, Agent Marcus Hale walked away, not in cuffs, but in power, in dignity, in truth. He didn't raise his voice. He didn't fight fire with fire. He simply let the truth speak louder than fear. Before we end this story, let us know in the comments where you're watching from. We'd love to hear. If this story touched you, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let us know how you feel in the comment.